Hey everyone, it's Mike back here in the Nerd Cave, and I just wanted to thank everyone for the great support on the last video. There was a lot of comments down there, questions, different things people were talking about with each other and asking me. I just wanted to address some of the questions here in a follow-up video, so let's get right into that. So I think the thing most talked about down in the comments section was the backlight bleed on this TV in comparison to maybe the LG Nano90, which would be the next tier up in LG's nanocell lineup. The LG Nano90 has full array local dimming compared to this that's edge lit backlighting. This TV here, I'm going to show you some clips of what a full array local dimming test looks like on this TV. You can kind of see how it is edge lit. It's very noticeable in these tests, but this doesn't really translate to content you would watch daily. Unless you're playing old school Pong, how much are you really going to watch a little white dot on a black screen go back and forth? With that said, if you aren't interested in those like really deep inky blacks and the high contrast and you don't want this edge lighting, the Nano 90 is a pretty good option, but I would say maybe look at something like a Vizio M series or even P series. The TVs they have coming out this year look really good, but if you're not that into the gaming, you don't care about the HDMI 2.1, you just want that good picture quality with those deep black levels, the high contrast, watching a lot of movies and stuff, give that Vizio Quantum XP series from last year a look. That has been on a huge sale. It's been down around $1,000, but with that said, that model doesn't have any of the gaming features that these new 2020 TVs have, or even the LG Nano series TVs from last year had. So if you are interested in those gaming features, the 120 Hz, the low latency gaming, the variable refresh rates, right now the LG TVs are pretty much the go-to. In a couple months that will change. A lot of TVs will have the HDMI 2.1, but for now gotta kind of stick with the LG TVs or the really high-end Samsung TVs for that. So the backlight on this TV, I figured I'd watch some Star Wars Clone Wars as it's animated. It'll have those deep black space scenes. With the animation, you're gonna get a lot more jagged lines that will have sharp contrast, which might make that whole backlight bleed thing more apparent. But I found once I started watching the show, you get immersed and you don't notice it. With the everyday content, you're not going to notice the backlight bleeding through unless you're specifically looking for it. And if that's something that you do look for or it's jarring to you, I would definitely say look at a different model. For me, with the brightness and the color reproduction on this TV, and I think with most people it would be this way, you're not going to notice it unless you put it next to something like an OLED or something with a lot of local dimming zones. I just wanted to touch on a couple other things that I've noticed or have maybe changed since the last review. One of those being the gaming features, and that was with the Xbox, how I said that when I loaded up Rocket League, the HDR automatically enabled, but it affected the low latency gaming feature. The TV, after a few days, kind of just learned that I would turn that low latency feature back on, or else it just figured it out on its own, and it realized that I was selecting a game, not just HDR content, because now it automatically turns on gaming low latency and HDR when I load up that game, as well as any other game that supports HDR on the Xbox. So that's no longer a concern. The games play great. No need to turn off the HDR, unless it's like jarring to the gameplay, like you want to be able to see something better and the brightness is affecting you. So to finish this video up, I had one other concern that did pop up, and that was the Google Home integration, or maybe just Smart Assistant integration in general. It works great on the remote, and I've had no issues there. The remote just picks up speech very well. Search Linus Tech Tips on YouTube. I can control anything else in my house with it. It's pretty cool. But vice versa, trying to control the TV with a Google Home speaker wasn't as fluid as I thought it might be, and that also might be something that I have to play with or work with over time to get it working just right. And I'm sure that comes with the fact that this TV is versatile and it's made to work with all of the assistants rather than just focusing on one specific one. I'm assuming it works with Alexa the best because it has that Amazon Alexa built right into the home screen, and you can't delete it from there. You can move it all the way to the end so you never see it, but you can't actually delete it. So I'm sure there's a little bit of a partnership going on there. To wrap this video up, I hope you guys enjoyed me revisiting this TV again, and I would definitely still recommend this TV at the price, or even better yet, if it has a sale price, because it really knocks it out of the park with all of its gaming features, color reproduction, viewing angles, everything I was looking for my TV here in the Nerd Cave. And I think most of you would really enjoy it. So if you guys really enjoyed this review, maybe hit that subscribe button down below. I'm gonna try and push out content once a week here. Really enjoying doing this. I have a lot of other gadgets that I want to review, tech I want to talk about, videos I just want to make. But if you guys are interested in seeing that, yeah, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that like button. Anything to support the channel would be great.